Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Do, connect. Wow, wow. Give me my go live. I'll bet you I'm live on YouTube, aren't I?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Whoops.
Whoops. There we go. We're good.
I told Danny, I said, watch the show today. I'm going to screw up all day.
I see we have Quentin, we have Cheryl, we have my wife.
Oh, wow.
What you unboxing? See, if I told you that, then the surprise would be unsuspenseful. What's in the box? What's in the box? You did see something, but actually what you saw is my address. Right there, the first layer. Hello again, Richard and Frank and group. Hello to you, Mr. Mark Baker, Fred Kaz. Good evening, sir. You can hear we've got a printer going in the background. Yeah, so we got a printer going in the background, and it's printing off a Ben the Benchy, a new Benchy benchmark. And I've got some notes in my little book here from Javelin I went to yesterday with my wife. And we got to see a little bit about what Stratasys has to offer. And we're going to show you guys that next week on Wednesday.
Wish I hadn't missed that.
We're going to cut all that together. And we saw some metal printing. We talked about metal printing. And
Hi, George.
what fan do you recommend to replace the inside the control box for the Creality CR10S? Well, what fan? One that is a ball bearing fan of the same size, which I believe is 40 millimeters by 40 millimeters. And yeah, ball bearing fan, you can get that either from Spool 3D or you can get that online. But get a ball bearing fan, not a sleeve bearing fan, a ball bearing fan.
For what reason? Like, why is it so different?
My wife says, well, that doesn't look like the printer you've been waiting for. No, this is a much smaller box. This box comes to us from TH3D Studios. 12 volt, Fred. On the Creality CR10, everything is 12 volt. CR10S is 12 volt, I should say. Whoop. I had to pull up the first layer because I'm like, I don't see anybody.
There's 3 of us on me plus you.
There we go.
Plus one other person.
We have George Howell and we have Frank Awesome. Well, Frank's always there, but there's actually 4 people watching.
I thought I'd actually throw something in there this time. I don't know.
Emilio Witt giving me the thumbs up.
Happy Friday. Let's hope. Let's hope it's a happy Friday.
Well, it is kind of a happy Friday because it is snowing to beat the band outside. For those of you that are not in the Calgary or Calgary general vicinity, we are expecting up to 20 centimeters of snow
It's
over
already
the
up
weekend.
around 12 or 15.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really deep. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm wearing shoes, I noticed. Over here, yeah, there's just, because it's so fresh, there's nobody's cleaned it up yet, right? So
Oh,
it's
yeah?
just wading through wading through snow.
Gotcha.
Just wading through it, yeah. So, even the ones that look like they've been shoveled off already are still another 6 inches of
Oh, I have no doubt. Jess says too much snow.
Big fluffy flakes. It lays down really, really tall.
Yeah, and it's very soft, so it'll be easy on my snowblower tomorrow morning.
It will be, yeah.
Speaking of tomorrow, anybody that is in the Calgary area or general their vicinity that would like to drive in, we are having a meetup tomorrow, and all the details are on the Facebook page. under our events, so go check that out. We're going to have a meetup at around 2:30 tomorrow afternoon till about 5:30. I figure that's long enough. Or maybe people will want to leave earlier because they don't want to hang out with me. I don't know. But we are having a meetup tomorrow. We're going to talk about some 3D printing. I'll be there to answer some questions about 3D printing. And we'll just hang out, have some Tim Hortons coffee, and relax and have some fun.
Yeah, they're over in over east in the UK. They've had some serious weather out there.
Yeah, they have had some serious weather out there.
Like a little mini ice age.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Cheryl from Distinctive Impressions says she's jealous. She wants to come tomorrow. Well, from Winnipeg, well, you're just outside of Winnipeg.
If she likes the snow and she doesn't have any over there, I'll trade her places.
Oh, no, there's plenty of snow in Manitoba. Jess says I should bring the chest burster for added fun. My chest burster. I may do that. That might be a good idea. Bring some stuff. Wow, my desk is just messing up here. Happy snow day, Morgan Pierce says. Yes. Yes, it is a happy snow day, that's for sure. Jerry Knapp. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show. Well, we didn't have a lot here this year either, but it all just kind of came at once. It was pretty good right through till Christmas, and then we got dumped on. Like a foot and a half of snow we got dumped on. And then we're just getting another big dumping now. It's just kind of, it waited till later in the year. Hey, thanks, Jerry, for reposting. I really appreciate that. So we're going to practice some knife safety today. Actually, probably not, because I'm never safe with a knife. Ask my wife. I'm wearing my Canadian Diabetes t-shirt that my wife got me many moons ago. I don't wear this t-shirt very often. Morgan says he's regretting not buying a snowblower. I went and bought a snowblower myself this year, and it wasn't very expensive. It was just like a $200 Walmart special, electric. And I got to tell you, yeah, I probably should have saved up a little more money and got a gas one. Alfredo, good evening, sir. Glad to see you're here. Mark Baker, I should be there for the meetup a bit. Then I have a poker tournament at 6:30. Wow.
Busy guy.
Can I give you some money, Mark? You can win me some money. Can I invest in you? And then we've got Don, the German printing nerd. Hi there, Don.
Alfredo's on
Alfredo's
Facebook.
Waving at us.
Jerry, Jess Cornet. What's a chest buster?
Chest burster. This guy. Oop.
Oh, the chest burster. Is that the actual like technical term for that?
Yeah, it's a
chest
technical
burster?
term was the chest burster.
Chest burster. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That sounded pretty technical. We bought it.
Sepwin says, hi. Thanks to high winds, my area is shut down, so I'm able to come and watch live. We like that.
Nice. What's an Arians? Aaron's?
An Aaron's. What in the hell?
Oh, it's finished.
That didn't sound good. Oh no, I know what happened. Got caught. No. See if I can get my boat. There goes my boat. There goes my boat. Well, that didn't come out too bad. Oh, it missed a little bit back there.
It entirely did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little strange. Sounded like a snowblower.
It sounded like a snowblower, yeah.
It kind of did, actually.
Actually, it scared the hell out of me.
Are you going to paint that Batman you have on your shelf at the back?
Yes, I am. At some point in time, I am. So I just printed this little guy. I don't know how well you guys could see that.
1 minute.
Why is my camera so dark? Why is my camera so dark?
50 seconds.
That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Auto white balance. There we go. That looks better. All right. So I printed this new benchy. 30 seconds. Okay. So I printed this new benchy. It's called Ben. Not bad. Actually did pretty good. We'll talk more about that later on. We got 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run that intro.
He destroys everything behind him. Good stuff.
Hey, welcome to the First Layer. My name's Richard Cleveland. I am your host here 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week we had kind of an eventful week. We did live streams all 3 days. Yesterday I went to a wonderful seminar at a place called Javelin, and they are a reseller of Stratasys products. So we're going to do that all up and show you guys that next week. Took some video while I was there, and I just finished this little guy. As you guys can see now on my upper screen, there we are. I just finished this little benchy. It's got a little bit of stringing. Not bad. This is Ben the Benchy. I did this in the dark red PLA from Spool 3D. I do have to work on my retraction settings, and I got a little hole right back there. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But other than that, there's no real ringing in it, so that's good. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, I would say that's a success. All right. And today we have a box. Go ahead, say it.
Box.
No, what's in the box?
Oh, what's in the box?
Geez, when you got to prompt the guy, it just doesn't have the same effect, does it?
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more.
Hey, Ron M., how are you today, sir? Thanks for joining us. I also want to say hi to, who else did I miss here? I think I got everybody. Ron M. was the last one. Okay, great.
Fired.
Fired. All right, so tomorrow, if you're joining us live here today, tomorrow will be Saturday, and we are doing a little meetup. So if you're in the Calgary area tomorrow and you want to do a meetup, we're meeting at the Wendy's / Tim Hortons, just off of, where is that?
Where the Michaels is.
Yeah, where the Michaels and stuff is in town. There's a map and address on the events page on our Facebook page. But today we're going to open this box. We're going to find out what's in the box. This came to us from TH3D Studios. I got it this morning, and I was so wanting to open it up before the show started, and I held off. I just put it in the corner, and I ignored it until the show started so that we could all open it together. So let's go to the top-down view. And I had to black out some of the information because you guys don't need to know that. So we're going to use my trusty knife here. Unlike Barnacules, I do not have a bat knife. And if anybody knows who Barnacules is, Jerry, Nerdgasm. So inside we have a piece of paper on top. I know what this is, but this is a welcome to the TH3D family. Well, this letter is just us telling you thank you for supporting us and how to get help if you need it. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. And full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, TH3D did send this to me to install on the Creality CR10. Mine is still not here. So I am going to unbox this, show you guys exactly what it is, and then we are going to go from there. So let's take it out of the box. We'll put the box over here. This is a product for review. Boy, there's lots of paper on it. So here's what's in the box. I know, wasn't that a great sound? Let's see if we can do that again. Something you should never do on camera.
It's crumple things.
Crumple things.
Yeah,
so what we have here is the 12-volt direct wire EZABL. And what the EZABL is this is an auto bed leveling system for your Creality CR10 and other printers as well. Timothy over at TH3D Studios has made it so that you can hook this up to pretty much any printer. And he's got in his EZABL software, you can certainly set this up so that you can put it on, I believe, a variety of ANET machines. You can also put this on the CR10 line of printers along with the little CR10, or what do they call that one? I can't remember. So here we have, did I lose a piece? I don't think I lost a piece. Maybe I did. No, I didn't lose a piece. Okay, so inside you can see that there is the EZABL board, and he throws in some extra wire here so that you can certainly hook this up to your 3D printer. And I'm sure there was another piece in here. Oh well, I guess I'm wrong. You can certainly download the STL for this as well, this case. It's all available. There are instructions available for how to install this unit. And actually, let me go to those now because I've got them on my computer here. Jerry Knapp says he owns 2 of these and he says they work wonderfully. Great.
It's a little hard to see against that black background.
It is a little hard to see. Let's do this. How's that? Is that better, guys?
Oh, yes.
We're still on the top down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, can we switch to my, oh, we can't switch to my computer because I didn't set it up.
That's all on you, man.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Just give me 1 second. Desktop.
I want to help so bad.
All right. So if you can go to my computer screen for a second.
Oh, there. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Just give me 2 seconds. There we go.
There we go. So there's a EZABL installation guide that you can download from TH3D's website. And it shows you the different models. There's the direct wire, which is the one that we have. We have the direct wire unit. Comes with a little bit of extra wire here. I'm sure we're going to find out what that's for in the instructions. And then there is also a Easy Connect kit. This one is powered by a wall wart by the looks of things. There's a lot of warnings and there's a little bit of preparation. Tells you what you get in the kit, how to set it up, where to mount the sensor, where to bring the power into the box and where to take the power out of the box to. Yeah, so it's actually pretty easy to do.
This will work on any printer.
This will work on any printer. Right now, he's got it for the CR10, CR10S, the Tornado, the TAS5, the ANET A2, A6, A8, E10, and E12. He also has this available for the Ender 2. This will work on the Ender 2 as well. There is pre-configured firmware, and it is on the website under the Knowledge Base tab on their website. So definitely check that out. I want to kind of give you guys a preview of this today just because I'm really excited to start using it myself. I want to put it on my 3D printer when it finally shows up. There is a really nice letter that comes with it, and it's signed by Timothy and his wife.
Jess Cornett on Facebook has a question.
Okay, let me just go back to those two. You can go back to my camera. There we go. I'll just switch cameras here. Let me just go to...
I'm starting to anticipate you a little bit. That's a good thing.
Okay, so Jess, I'd imagine that if if there's no open slot on the main board, you would have to buy an extra motherboard, right? I tried installing a spool runout switch and ran into an issue or no open space so that the installation was halted. So what this does, just so you know, is that this connects to one of the end stops, and in particular, it connects to the Z end stop. So you don't really need to have any extra ports on your board for this, because all the wiring is done right here inside the box. And then you just run a power lead. So what you'll do is you'll take some of this wire right here and you will run that back to your power supply on within your printer. So that's what this is for. And I'm sure Timothy's going to tell me if I'm wrong or not. But that's what the extra wire is for. So this looks like it's going to be a cool little setup. I am so looking forward to playing with this thing.
What's the price on it?
The price on this is $60 US for the direct connect or direct wire. And it is $70 US for the Easy Connect, which is the one that comes with a power supply that basically plugs right into it. So yeah, it's a really cool little item. I'm kind of stoked about it, and I can't wait to start using it because I think it'll be awesome at the end of the day.
I would like to see a demo of it being installed.
Yes, I will be doing a demo of installing this and showing you how to upload the firmware. And uploading the firmware that Timothy has created for this is actually very easy. There's not a whole lot you have to do in the change. But again, that's all down in the instructions. And I'm going to recommend that you guys go ahead and download the instructions from the from the TH3D Studios website. The link to this is down below in the description on YouTube.
And there are links in the comments.
And there are links in the comments as well. So make sure you go check that out. Download the instructions. Have a read through the instructions. But I am going to install this. I am going to have to print off a bracket. The nice thing about this is that Timothy also gives you a location where you can download the bracket that you can print yourself, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of stoked about that. So Jerry says his Easy Out filament sensor works excellent also. So he's got a couple of products available on his website. Tim is still, making his way in the world, as it were, of 3D printing. He's got a little online store. Go check it out. He's got some printers available as well. By no means is he a sponsor of today's show, but he did send me this for review and for installation. So the least I can do is show you guys how to install it, how to use it, and we go from there. How's that sound? So we'll do that probably in the next week, within the next week. Wednesday, our recorded show is what we did yesterday at Javelin, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it.
Can it also be installed with the Arduino boards?
Yes, it can be installed on any board that uses a ZN stop. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is a pretty simple thing. It's not something that's specific to any printer at all.
It's not specific to any printer at all. It is fairly universal. It's just that with the way that Timothy has set up the firmware for this particular unit, he's only got it set up for a few different units. But if you're putting this on like an ANET A8, it's just a simple matter of uncommenting some things. And we're going to go through that when we go to install this. So I'm going to show you guys, depending on which particular printer you have, we're going to show you exactly how to do that, okay? So that is the EZABL sensor and installation kit. This is the direct wire kit, so we'll directly wire it in next week. And now what I want to do quickly, I got to tell you guys, we have been growing like crazy over the last little while, and it is all thanks to you guys that watch the show and share it with your friends and those people that help to support the show. with Buy Me a Coffee and through Patreon. And I want to acknowledge those people right now. First and foremost, Ken Starrock, Don, and I'm assuming this might be Don the German Printing Nerd, but there was no last name. Stuart Marshall, George Howell, and Anonymous, who have all contributed to the Buy Me a Coffee Fund. These are all supporters. Buy Me a Coffee, by the way, is just a one-time thing. It's not a monthly thing like Patreon is. So if you like the content that you see on the show each time that we do one, please consider supporting the show through Buy Me a Coffee or through Patreon. Speaking of Patreon supporters, I want to thank Chris Armstrong, Graham Fortledge, Michael McLaughlin, Joshua West, and Rudy Yetten, who help us out each and every month over on our Patreon page. And I thank you very much. And I am going to get some exclusive content for the Patreon page coming out very soon. What we are doing right now with these funds is we are putting them towards some better equipment here in the studio for you guys so that you get a much cleaner picture and that sort of thing. So I'm looking at a new main camera and replacing this little guy up here. So I want to go with the same camera and the same type of lenses, but I want it to be easy to use and very small and compact. So that's kind of where those funds are going to be going. YouTube, we are at what, 600 and almost 670 people, or 570 people, 570 people over on YouTube. Thank you very much to each and every one of you that have subscribed and that share this with all of your friends. I really can't thank you guys enough because it helps the channel helps us get to that 1,000 mark and our 4,000 viewed hours. Then we start getting a little bit of pocket change from YouTube. And please, once that happens, I'm going to ask you to let the ads run, because when the ads run, that's basically how I get paid from YouTube. So when that happens, please consider just letting the ads run. They're usually only about 30 seconds, maybe a minute long. Sorry, Richard, but my curiosity, level of the floor mechanism, or was that a laser sensor? No, this is an inductive sensor. Just so you know that this will go through glass because of the way the sensor is set up, and we're going to get into more of that when I actually install it onto a 3D printer. Any Marlin printer. So Timothy says that this will work on any Marlin printer. So Ron M., thank you very much for that. Will the sensor work on mirror? That's actually a good question. I don't know. Yeah, maybe Timothy can answer that for us. Tim's over on Facebook. So, Tim, if you're listening, I know Tim's going to be going through surgery on his wisdom teeth here real soon.
It's capacitive, not inductive.
It's capacitive, not inductive. There we go.
Which means that it'll work on glass, right?
Yes, it will work on glass. So whether it works on mirror is a whole nother story. I'm not sure about that.
It'll sense the glass itself, so it senses the surface.
Okay, so it senses the surface. All right, so, you know, you could try it on a mirror.
Thanks, Timothy. Yeah.
Thank you, Timothy. That's actually very, very important. I'm going to learn a lot more about this by reading through your information before I go and install it. And I'm just going to say this now that Tim's on. This is a really nice touch. I love this. When people send you a letter and then sign it, this is amazing. I love it. So I have some keychains I'm going to be bringing with me to the meetup on Saturday. So if anybody's coming to the meetup, they don't have the actual rings on them, but you can put them on your own key ring. So that'll be fun. Oh, Jerry Knapp says no problems with mirrors, and Tim says it'll work on a mirror. So there we go. That solves that issue. What else? Fred, will that gizmo be shipped to the UK? Yes.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think Timothy will ship it all over the world if you want it. I noticed that Tim sells a mount for the E3S and EZABL for the CR10. I'm still fighting the micro Swiss, the micro Swiss.
Really?
PETG. PLA success due to Rich's suggestion. Thank you very much. PETG, you're going to have to go up in temperature a little bit with the micro Swiss. How does it auto level? What it does, I'll use this piece of acrylic. What it does is when it comes down, it acts very similar to an end stop, just like you would have, but this will replace that end stop. Comes down and senses the bed, and then goes up, moves to the next location, comes down, senses the bed. If you want a little bit more detailed information about that, Cheryl, I would recommend that you go to E3D's website, or not E3D's website, TH3D Studios website, which is in the description, and download the instructions, which are in PDF, so they're pretty easy to read. And that's what I was showing you guys earlier. And it walks you through everything that you need to know. As soon as I finish your minimums, I will post them on my website.
Your minimums?
My minimums.
Has he done the maximums already?
I guess he must have done the maximums, Alfredo says. But that being said, that pretty much covers the show. It's a short one today. I just wanted to kind of get that out there. This arrived. I was struggling for something to do today because I really didn't have a topic yesterday. Normally I think about my Friday shows on Thursday, and Thursday I was tied up doing a whole lot of stuff. So today's show is just about that. But hey, listen, if you're looking for a new benchmark, go to Thingiverse and download Ben the Benchy. This model is designed to actually float in water. I don't think we have any water, but we don't have any water. But we can get some water, and we'll see if it floats. But apparently it's supposed to float. I was testing this on the Wanhao because, as you guys know, on Wednesday I replaced the heated bed on my Wanhao, and this thing seems quite stable. So, damn, tuned in right at the end. That's okay, Josh. That's all right. But yeah, go and download Ben the Benchy. It's a nicer model than the regular Benchy. It still has all the stuff that you need. The wheel on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but
there's actually a wheel on the inside.
Yeah, there it is. The wheel on the inside is a little bit more defined than the one that you get on the regular Benchy, and it's got this little lattice work right here. You can see I've got some stringing going on. But here's what I thought was really cool. Normally I get a little ringing around here, and that's due to EZABL. And the way that you can actually cut down on that is by cutting down on the jerk settings on your 3D printer, and we're going to discuss that in an upcoming episode as well. We'll teach you how to change your jerk settings. But what I have to do with this is I have to work on the retraction settings, and for some reason I got a little hole in my smokestack, but that's okay. Other than that, I think this thing turned out really well. So if you guys are interested, Timothy says they ship worldwide and will be shipping all orders on Tuesday. There you go.
So all orders go out on a Tuesday.
There you go. So yeah, other than that, are you going to replace the heated bed on your CR10S? I've seen it, and when thinking about it for when I use ABS. Okay, let me stop you right there. The bed on the CR10S does not need to be replaced to hit the temperatures that you need for printing ABS. It will print ABS, and you can go up to 110 degrees on that bed. There's no need to go out and spend money to replacing the bed unless your bed is in really bad shape. I know that there's a video circulating right now where the individual has taken a new heat platform, which is a silicone heating base, and has stuck it to the bottom of the original base. desoldered all the wires, yada, 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 and is using this to get into higher temperatures. It's not necessary that you do that. And the way that the video makes it sounds like you have to do it if you want to reach those temperatures. You absolutely do not. Your bed will reach 110 degrees just fine for doing ABS.
Just got to tell it to do it. Yeah. Alfredo's got a question I don't understand. Facebook.
Alfredo, very well done. What definition did you use? What definition do you use?
Clarify the question.
Yeah, can you just clarify that a little bit, Alfredo? I know that it's tough to speak English because you don't speak English as a first language, but if you can just clarify what you're talking about there, I will be happy to answer it. My husband says, or my husband will love that. Not spending money makes him happy. I agree. Quality preset, he means. Oh, yeah, okay, quality preset. Yeah, what you have to do, go back and watch my video on updating your firmware, Alfredo, and if you go back and watch that video, you'll see exactly where I changed the temperature on the bed in the firmware, and then you can upload that. Cool, I don't know that thought limit was 85 or 90, but would recommend PETG over ABS due to the fumes. Yes. Out of the box, the stock firmware, I'll tell you guys right now, if you're looking at buying a CR10 or a CR10S, I would recommend, first of all, you buying the CR10S and not the CR10, because by the time you do the upgrades to make it a CR10S or as close to CR10S as you can, you're going to have paid the same price anyway. So I would recommend that you purchase the CR10S if you're going to do anything, and then update the firmware. Just like we did on Wednesday's show, it will allow you to get that heated bed up past 90 degrees. It'll get you to 110 easily. PETG is a much better material to use in terms of whether to use ABS or PLA. If you want the best of both worlds, use PETG. One caveat with that, you do need to have some sort of separation layer on your glass. So glue stick, because what will happen is PETG is notorious for getting into the smallest, openest pore on a piece of glass. And what it'll do is it will take chunks of your glass with it. And that's not a good thing. So lay down a layer of glue stick on your glass. And I recommend that with any plastic anyway. Put a layer of glue stick down, then you can print with PETG just fine. And your stock head should be able to print PETG as long as you're not printing for an extended period of time, because there is in the throat of the CR10, and although this is not a CR10 throat, I will show this to you on my overhead real quick. The throat right here, there's usually a PTFE liner in there, and there is on the CR10. So if you want to change the throat out, you can get an all-metal throat, and that will help your PETG to flow a little bit better. Instead of glue stick, how about a raft? No, a raft will definitely pull up glass.
Yeah, because it's not meant to stick.
Yeah, because PETG is really, really sticky, and it will pull up glass pieces. Also using Cura. Cura, I'm going to cover more in depth on Cura in an upcoming episode, Ron, so please stay with us for that. Capricorn tubing is a must, in my opinion, Jerry says. And you know, Jerry, although I haven't tested the Capricorn tubing yet, I will be testing some very soon, and we're going to just see how it compares to regular PTFE liner or PTFE tubing. Try printing slightly faster at slightly lower temps.
Ron M was having problems getting PETG to print without becoming a string monster. I've been printing with PETG, and I had that problem, and that's what I did, and it fixed it.
Okay. All right then. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, it's a lot of things with string I find aren't the material or anything like that. You just gotta get that good in between the material where it's not leaking out too much, but you're going fast enough that it's still gonna bridge without leaving that string, and then you start adjusting your retraction settings just slightly, and it fixes it.
Okay, so let's
really,
let's do some business real quick before we call it a day today. And we want to thank Spool 3D first and foremost, because Spool 3D provides us with the studio that we come to 3 times a week, as you guys know. And I will stop saying that so long-winded. But they are a sponsor, and if you're looking for printers, filaments, or parts, check out spool3d.ca. Print it right, print it with spool3d.ca. I also want to again thank all of our Buy Me a Coffee supporters and all of our Patreon supporters. You guys do amazing to help us out with getting through the show and helping us to get some new stuff to use in the show. If you are interested, there are links below in the description for YouTube, and you can just go and click on one of those. And I thank you guys very much in advance for anybody that is considering it. What else? Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube and become part of our notification squad over there as well. And make sure that you join us over on Facebook, because we've got a lot of great people on Facebook as well. We have a community for the first layer over there. And if I can't answer a question, and I've got a couple of questions that are still in my queue that I have to answer, and I will get to those. But that being said, yeah, just become a member. It's free to do. So, you know, we do all kinds of great stuff over here. And I appreciate you guys coming and joining me here on a snowy Friday afternoon here in Calgary. We're expecting 20 centimeters, 25 centimeters before the end. And I'll be snow blowing before I go to the meetup. And just real quick, we do have a meetup tomorrow at 2:30 at the Tim Hortons Wendy's over by Costco. The address is in our Facebook events. Go check it out. Come on down, join us. I'm going to bring some keychains for guys too. So you guys have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday.